I'm going to show you guys how I'm upgrading my flat logo presentations from this to something more like this. See these 3D assets here? Like this, and this? I started building these to support the overall vibe of the logo, and I thought maybe you guys would want to know how to make them too. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I made them so you can do it yourself. That's enough yapping. Let's get into it. Let's jump right into this. So I'm here in the homepage of Adobe Project Neo. I'm going to click Create in the top right-hand corner, and we're just going to get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the background color. That'll be good. You can see too, we're started with this little platform in the cube. We'll use the platform, but I'll show you that in a second. Another thing you'll notice is I've got the canvas showing up, or the artboard. I don't want to show the frame, so we're going to turn that off. So what we're going to do first is we're going to delete this cube. So I'm going to select it, and I can just click delete. And we're going to use this base as our starting point. So you'll see these little cubes right here. I can use these to pull this in and out. I can select A, like a direct selection tool, and I can round these corners. It's a lot like Adobe Illustrator. Like say we were just looking flat, this is how it would work, but I can right click on my mouse and I can move this around in 3D, which is kind of the magic of this, right? So this is cool. This is what we're gonna use. And I'm gonna actually go ahead and change this color right now. So I've got the hex code already copied, so I'll paste that. And this is going to be our little radial that we have. So you might think this is actually pretty complicated, but it's really not. There's a couple cheats or tricks that I use here. So in my properties panel in the right-hand side right here, I can come all the way down here to repeat. And this is going to be an array. And it's going to be a radial array. And so you kind of see what's happening already. But we can do different directions. We can do X. We can do Y. We can do the Z axis. And I'll just kind of show you those real quick. There's probably some cool things you could do with this, but for this demonstration, we're going to put this on the X axis. And then I'm going to increase my copies. I don't remember how many I had for the video. I think it was like 20. And I can change the distance so you can see like how much distance there is. And then I can actually still come in here, and I'm just editing that first one when I edit this. And maybe I want to extend this a little bit. I don't know. That's good. This is pretty close to what I had, I think. I think it might have been a little thicker, so we can actually extend this. And this is essentially what I showed you already, which is crazy. I did, will that take 20 seconds? I think one of the things that I did was I adjusted the camera. So if I click off of the object just onto the artboard, you can see I can adjust the camera, and I can change this over to perspective. And so you'll see that just changes my camera. It makes it look like the depth is more elongated. I can change the focal length. I think I had it like maybe like an 18, and then I zoomed in a little bit, something like that. And then I can use spacebar to move this around. And then I added a little bit of distortion. And so you'll see it's kind of like a fisheye. That's the best way I can describe it. And then I'm going to shrink this just a little bit. And then I want it to look more like realistic, maybe more plastic. So I can actually come up here to, I'll grab the item, and I can go to materials in the properties panel. And I can lower this roughness. And so we'll lower that. I'm going to turn reflective on. That's where it starts getting cool, in my opinion. And then I can increase the metallic. And so now you'll see I'm starting to get those reflections, which is nice. And so I can actually increase this a little bit by going up to my light in the right-hand corner. And then I can increase or I can change the rotation. So maybe I want, see how that shines? It's showing up right here when I change that. I can change the height. I think the height was probably fine. And then I can increase the shadow distance. And so now I get a lot more of those shadows inside of these crevices. And I'm going to play with this appearance a little bit more. So let's keep messing with this. Maybe I want the metallic all the way down. Let's see what happens here. A lot of this is just trial and error, to be honest with you. Just playing around, seeing what looks good. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you the magic, right? This is how I actually export it and use it for projects. So I can come here to my lower bar, and I can click on motion, and you'll see we have wiggle, wobble, orbit, and spin. And they each kind of do different things, but for this one, we're going to do a spin. So I'll click on spin, and you'll see the first thing that happens is it starts spinning on my y-axis, which is cool. I guess you could use this, but I want to be using this on the x-axis. And so I'm going to click X. You see it starts spinning the way you would expect it to spin. I can click reverse direction, but it's going way too fast. Like my brain can't process this, so I'm going to increase the cycle time all the way up to 10. And I can actually put in a value here, so maybe I want to have it like on 40 just to show you how crazy it can be. But see how much more that slows that down. But I think 10 is good for this demonstration. And so now you see I've got this really cool animation. I can actually adjust this like live too, so you can see I can wiggle this around. I can just keep editing it in real time, which is just, it's kind of nuts, to be honest. So I'm going to stop this because it does get the computer going a little bit while it's running. Again, I can adjust this. So maybe I want to change the roundness of my corners. And then there's one thing too I could do. I can actually come over here to my shape and I can increase the bottom and top corner. So basically I'm just rounding these, and that would actually probably give us a little bit more shine too, which would make it look cool. So yeah, that's how I do that little, I don't know what you would call this, maybe a gear or like a starburst, something like that. And so all I do from here is I come up to download, and you can see I can have it as a PNG with a transparent background. I can actually do a JPEG. I can't do SVG because this is in the realistic style, but if I wanted to, I could change it over to vector art. And you can see it'll still animate. I can change the outline color, but we're not doing that for this one. So we'll go back to realistic, and we'll go to download, and I can do MP4 video. And so this is where you want to pay attention. There's different types of animation. So there's turntable, which is basically going to just spin this in a 360. There's boomerang, which will do like a 90 to 90. There's light, which will just rotate the light. And then there's motion. I just want motion because I've already got the motion set that I like inside of my properties. And then I can change the duration. I usually do about 10 seconds. Right now, there's not like a looping feature. Once they have that looping feature, I think that will be really useful, but I just get as long as I think I need, and then I download it, and you can change your output right here. I will say it only goes up to HD, so like 1920 by 1080. Hopefully that's something they change in the future, but it hasn't been an issue for what I've needed so far. So yeah, that is this one. Let's go ahead and let's make the blobs. All right, so I've got a new file here. Again, just like last time, I'm going to turn off the frame. This time, I'm going to turn the background onto that blue color, something like this, and we'll get rid of this cube. And so now we're going to come over here to my tools or my shapes, and I'm going to grab this sphere. I can place it right in the middle. You'll see I've got these little, I've got these little dots that just helps me snap, keeps everything nice and consistent. And then we're going to change this all the way to black. And then again, in the appearance, I'm going to make this nice and shiny just because, I don't know, I think it looks nice. I can choose to turn the reflectiveness on and off. I think I'll have it off for this one, but I want to make sure I get it like really nice and shiny. So I'll get that shine going good. We don't need this platform, so I'll delete this. And then I'm going to increase the blending to maybe like 20%. Great. And so we're honestly probably like 80% done with this one already. So now I have to do is just duplicate this. So I can do Command D on the keyboard or Control D if you're on PC. I can shrink this down a little bit, and you'll see I've already got like the blending happening. So I can actually increase this blending. Maybe I want to increase it to like 48. You'll see we've got that really cool blending. I've seen this happen a billion times. I've got a bunch of videos on this channel, but every time it does it, it's really exciting. I like to watch it blend. So yeah, that's cool. We'll duplicate it one more time. Maybe this one will go up here to the top right. I'll shrink this even more. Maybe I'll even increase the blending a little bit more. And then we can just start adding some animation just to make it more dynamic. So on this first one, I'll do something like a wiggle, and then I'll increase this amplitude. And I like to make sure to increase the cycle time too, because if it's too fast, it just kind of looks weird. I want this to look kind of like goo. So we'll do a wiggle on this one, increase the amplitude, increase that cycle time. One thing you'll notice is they're moving like the same, so I like to change the phase to make this look a lot more random. And so it's looking all right. Yeah, there we go. I like the way that that's moving together. And then we'll do the same thing on this top one right here. Again, we'll change that phase, increase the amplitude, increase the cycle time. And so now we've got some nice organic blob happening, some blob motion. I can rotate this in real time. If I wanted to, for whatever reason, I can adjust all of this. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Again, I've got the same options I can download. If I wanted to do some stuff, like maybe I could duplicate this again, and then I can actually change this. Maybe I wanted it to be white. You'll see the blending and everything happens still, but now it does like a gradient, which is pretty cool. So you can get pretty creative with this. So yeah, that's the blob. The blob's honestly one of the easiest ones. So we've already got two really cool 3D assets that we can use for our brand. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the logo one. That's probably the most complicated, but it's still stupid easy. So let me show you that. All right, so here I'm in Adobe Illustrator, and I'm just showing you I've got my logo here. I can actually turn on outline mode, and you can see that these are all just points. I can change these. These are just vector points, and I can just literally take this. I can copy it. I can just Command V or Control V, and I can paste. And so this is our logo, the same one you just saw in Adobe Illustrator. I can actually come over here. They're grouped automatically. And I'm going to change this guy to be on top, so my layers. And there you go. You see I've got my logo. So I just want this to be on color, so I can change this to color. And so now you see I've got my logo. Let's make this a little bit shiny, this black outline. Turn on reflection, something like this. Let's change our background color as well. And now you see we've got our logo right here. I can rotate this. And say I want to have the white coming through the background. I can actually just command click, and then I can extend this to the background. And so now it's adding color to both sides, which is nice. I can zoom in. Again, I can adjust the lighting. Maybe I want the rotation. And one thing I did for this one is I did a simple spin animation. So I did motion, and then I did spin. Again, I want this rotating. This one's going to be on the Z axis. I did a reverse direction. So now it's a cool little spinning animation. But I didn't like how parallel looked, so I changed it to perspective, zoomed out a little bit, and then I added a ton of distortion. And so I just thought this looked pretty cool. It looked like almost 3D, like it's coming into the camera. And this just is a really cool effect. Now the spin's a little fast. Let's change the cycle time. Maybe something like this. Let's stop the motion for now, and I'll show you some things that you can do. So if I grab this, I'm grabbing the outer black portion. I can round that top corner. So you see, that adds a lot more of that shine, gives a little bit more depth, which is cool. And then maybe I want to turn off the reflection. You see what it looks like. It's a lot darker, but the reflection is cool because it takes on the color of the background, which is blue. And so again, I've got all these shapes I can manipulate. Maybe I want to do like a really zoomed in view. I can do something like this. I can change my focal length. There's just a lot you can do with this. And then you can export these and put them inside of your document. That's pretty much it, guys. I've got all these cool animations happening. It took us, what, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to make all of these, and it looks great together. Now, there is some animations that I did in After Effects, and then I've got some mock-ups that I did in Photoshop, got some stuff from Illustrator, but from Project Neo, it's crazy that I can make these really simple animations, but they look way more complex than they are. Well, guys, that's all I got for you. If you like this video, let me know. If you have any comments, put them down below, and until the next time, peace.